Okay, so when looking at the fraction strip model, my example here is 5/8 times 2/3, or if you think of it as 5/8 of 2/3. So my first fraction on my fraction strip I'm going to put here is 2/3. Remember that your wholes for both fractions should be the same length and the same size. So I'm gonna split my first fraction strip into thirds. And again, we're gonna pretend that they're exactly the same size in each part. And I'm going to shade in 2/3 of this. Okay, now 5/8 of 2/3 means that if I have my line stopping here, which this is 2/3 of the whole, now I need to put in 5/8 into this section, which means this section here is going to be split up into eighths. So because I have two equal parts here, I know that each of these sections are going to be split into fourths. So I'm gonna do that right now. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, fourths again. I'll make this line a little bit darker just so you can see the 2/3. And then if I was to continue, because all of my pieces need to be split up into equal parts, I have another 4. So now I'm shading in 5/8 of the 2/3. Okay, so you can see kind of how I got into eighths. So now let me do it with a different color here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eighths are shaded in. So if I were to stack these, I'm just gonna kind of make a dotted line here. If I were to stack these on top of each other, I can see that out of 12 pieces in total, so now my denominator has changed because I've split it into more parts. So now I have out of 12 pieces, the overlap from 2/3 and 5/8 would stop here, which would give me 5 pieces. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twelfths, and that's how I get my answer. We know here, if we check by multiplying the numerator to get 10, multiplying the denominators 10 24ths, if I was to simplify this, so if I divide 10 by 2 and divide 24 by 2, it will give me 5 twelfths. Okay, I'm just going to quickly attempt to show you this on one fraction strip. So again, 5/8 of 2/3. So I'm starting off with my second number here, my multiplication sentence to show 2/3. So 2/3, I am shading in. Now again, out of these 2/3, I need to show 5/8. So again, I'm stopping at where my 2/3 would be. And now I need to split that into this many pieces. So if whatever the denominator is for this fraction, you need to equally split this into. So you kind of need to figure that out. So if it's something like 8, we know that each part's going to be 4, 4, and 4, and that's how we get our denominator of 12 at the end. So again, I'm gonna split this up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm gonna split it into 4, so now I have 8 pieces. And I need to continue because I can't just have a larger section there. So now when I am showing 5/8 of the 2/3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So same thing as the diagram above. Now we look at the overlapping pieces and we count how many there are. So again, there are 5 overlapping pieces. Out of, now we look at the whole amount and there are 12 pieces in total. So that is how, again, a visual representation using the fraction strip model. Okay, so you can choose that or the area model, whatever one you feel more comfortable with.